Hi, these comments are for FS. This is Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com. I'm listening to a speaking practice test that you sent me. I have the independent. No, I got the wrong ones here. Give me a second. Let's do TOEFL speaking rubrics. Here we go. Right here. Okay, here's the independent speaking rubrics. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay, here it is. Okay, in the email, you say, Michael, please listen to evaluate score, provide feedback on my independent speaking practice test number one. So the question is, what do you think is better, living on campus in dorms or living off campus in apartments? All right, here we go.
I believe that living on campus is better than living off campus because it's more beneficial and more enjoyable.
Yeah, but beneficial, enjoyable, those are very imprecise words. Those are not good vocabulary words to use in that topic statement. How are they beneficial? How are they enjoyable? I liked the movie because it was enjoyable. Why was it enjoyable? Because it was entertaining. That's kind of circular logic. Those are empty words. They don't do much to frame the
First of
response.
all, living on campus can boost students' academic performance. For example, I remember when,
It can boost what? I think you said academic, right?
for example, I remember can boost students' academic performance.
Yeah, academic. So with your word stress, you need to identify that primary syllable and then you need to apply four important characteristics. You need to make that syllable clearer, louder, longer, and then what you're not doing is making it higher pitch. Academic, university, right? So you need to work on that word stress a little bit.
For example, I remember when I had my pharmacology final exam in my third year in the university, I studied with my roommate Sarah, and I was able to grasp all the information because of her help. Secondly, living on campus is also more enjoyable. Because my roommate Sarah and I were living on campus, we were able to involve in every social event happen in the campus. That's why
But what? What did you involve yourself in? Were you able to go to any seminars, maybe outside of your classes, that helped you learn more about what was going on in the world? Did you go to any sorority or fraternity parties? Did you see any movies or go bowling or what did you do exactly? So that's what I'm saying. That second point, because of the actual word enjoyable, it wasn't very precise. If it's living on campus is less expensive than living off campus, it's easy to give a supporting detail for that.
I believe this.
Okay, let me listen to the whole thing one more time, and then I'm going to give my estimated score.
I believe that living on campus is better than living off campus because it's more beneficial and more enjoyable. First of all, living on campus can boost students' academic performance. For example, I remember when I had my pharmacology final exam in my third year in the university.
Now, this is a concrete detail. This detail you're using here is much more effective than the second detail for the second support point.
I studied with my roommate Sarah, and I was able to grasp all the information.
How about this? I studied with my dorm roommate, Sarah. Use the word dorm there. And then that goes back to living on campus in dorms, right? So you repeat that, my dorm roommate. So that kind of takes what you're saying and connects it back to the speaking prompt. So it gives you a little bit better connection of ideas there.
Because of her help. Secondly,
So that was good. The concrete detail you provided was effective
living
there.
on campus is also more enjoyable. Because my roommate Sarah and I were living on campus, we were able to involve in every social event happen in the campus.
So you might say one example is we went to the Christmas party during the fall semester. And at the Christmas party, we had a lot of fun with our friends. We listened to music. We had ate some great food and listened to really good music or something. So you need to bring up something, some activity that you did, and then spend time discussing that activity with a little bit more depth.
That's why I believe this way.
Okay, so what do we got here? What does this mean exactly? I think you're in the three area. I think it fits in the three area pretty well. I don't think you'll score in the two. I think you're 3-3-3 when it comes to delivery, language use, topic development. Um, I think minor difficulties if I don't really think the pronunciation or tone is that bad. You're varying your tone. You could probably improve your pacing a little bit more. And you can learn about pacing by going to pronunciation lessons 41 through 44 that deal with what's called thought groups and blending. So sometimes you have maybe too many pauses in your sentences. You can improve that speaking rate a little bit better. Language use, I'm looking at this. Response may exhibit some imprecise or inaccurate use of vocabulary or grammar. I think it relates more to vocabulary. You need to be more precise in the vocabulary that you're using. So, if you want to improve your vocabulary usage, in my online course, you can start by studying vocabulary lesson number 3. Once you've mastered those 200 words, then you can go to vocabulary lesson number 4, 5, and 6, and then that helps you to master another 1,500 vocabulary words. Topic development, the area here that I think you can probably work on is overall development is somewhat limited, usually lacks elaboration or specificity, especially as it relates to your second reason when you talked about enjoyable. I think you could have done better in that area. So your score, because of these areas that I just discussed with you, I'm going to put you at 3. 3.0 out of 4, 23 maybe to 24 points out of 30 on this practice test. Now, if you want to improve a little bit more in your topic development, I do have a really good lesson that I think you want to pay attention to right now. And anybody else at YouTube, you can also go to this lesson. It's free. Go over to bettertoeflscores.com over here, right? I want you to type in these keywords. Lacks TOEFL speaking elaboration. You see that? Type in those keywords here and then go over this lesson. This will show you how the details are important, and this is also good for both speaking and writing. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. That's the remainder of my comments there. So, like I said, I'm thinking according to the rubrics here, right around 23 to 24 points out of 30 on this practice test. All right, thank you.